are a mom, you know you're doing something with your kids, something that take 30 minutes, it's now gonna take an hour and a half. I've been a bald-headed scallywag my whole life. I want to preface this video by acknowledging that there's a lot going on in the background. I'm so very sorry. I'm gonna work on it, okay? Okay. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is LaBrea Nelson. This is Navigating the Nelsons, and I am making content all about creating my homestead. I don't know if we talked about this before. When you think of homestead, you think of farm, you think of cow, you think of chicken, you think of grass, land. All of that is an example of a homestead, but this is also an example of a homestead too. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I cook a lot of times from scratch, sometimes I don't. I take care of my kids, and we have a garden in the backyard that is currently dormant for a multitude of reasons, but this is a homestead too. And so as we practice and get ready to manifest the homestead of our dreams, I'm learning to respect and perfect my current homestead. So if you are new here and you are enjoying this content, or if you've seen other videos, please subscribe to my channel. Please like, comment. Y'all see, this doesn't come natural to me. I'm like, dang, those people really be yelling off that stuff. But look, if you want to be part of the team, if you want to be part of the navigators, please comment and subscribe, like, notification bell, all those cool, awesome things. And we're gonna get right into it. So we have a kid-free weekend. And when I say kid-free, meaning the grandparents have come, they met us halfway, took the babies away. Me and Jason last night made skillet cookies and watched The Bad Guys, which was a cute movie, and fell asleep, woke up, nobody was crying, nobody was none of that. We just relaxed, enjoyed our morning, and watched some architect videos this morning. The benefit of a kid-free weekend: if you are a mom, you know you're doing something with your kids, something that take 30 minutes, it's now gonna take an hour and a half, because they're gonna be dropping things, you're gonna be constantly picking things up, they're gonna cry, somebody gonna touch somebody else, oh, he breathed beside me, it's gonna be a lot. Okay, so kid-free weekend, I'm sure lots of you will be like, LaBrea, relax, take a weekend, just relax and chill, and that's cool. I'll eventually do that. But there are a few things I want to get done today. I'm not going to try to do them back to back to back. I'm going to do a project here across the weekend before we go get the kids tomorrow. So I am going to, today, I'm going to make some biscuits for us to eat now. It's technically not breakfast. By the time I finish this, it's going to be 12 something, so it's brunchy, but I want to make some biscuits. So we're going to have sausage, biscuits, and eggs. I'm going to make some sugar syrup. And then I want to make some pizza dough. So one of our go-to meals is homemade pizza. I have this pizza dough recipe that I'll link, and it's really good. I use it with bread flour. But when you are with kids all day and you're spending all day, sometimes you get drained, and something as simple as mixing together some flour, yeast, salt, and some seasonings and some olive oil is a lot. It's a lot to deal with. So I mean, you can do things like put those things in the freezer. Pizza dough freezes really well from what I've heard. I've never tried it. I want to put like 4 in the freezer. That's like a month worth of pizza dough for us, because we try to eat like once a week pizzas. And I also want to, when I make these biscuits today, I want to make a double batch, maybe even a triple batch of them, so that I can have some for the freezer. You guys know, I feel like I'm gonna be name dropping her every video that I do, but Becky from Acre Homestead, one thing she said that really stuck out to me, because of course, like I tell you, I haven't been a homemaker my whole life. This is a new thing that I want to make a part of my life. If you want to know what you can freeze, go down the freezer aisle and see what you see. You see frozen potatoes, frozen veggies, frozen pastries, frozen desserts. You can make your own ice cream and freeze it. Anything that's on the freezer section, you can freeze yourself with your own ingredients that you have yourself. And so I want to freeze those. I want to make my own biscuits to have, so whenever I want biscuits, we can just have those on hand. I also need to make some pie crust because I am making sweet potato pies and pecan pies for my family for Thanksgiving. And that part is the most like time consuming part. Everything else is really just mixing ingredients. So I want to get that out the way. This is like a flour filled day, so I want to get that out the way and have that done. It can be in the freezer for me to use next week. Today is the 19th. It's Saturday, so Thursday coming up is Thanksgiving, and I want to get that out the way. So I'm gonna do that. What else did I say? Pizza, biscuits, pie crust. Was that it? Oh, and maybe some cookies. We don't have any cookies in the freezer. Maybe I'll make some. You guys have seen me make cookies before, so I'll probably just show that, but we'll see. We'll see what today holds. Also, you guys, this is something I want to say. You guys, I have been having some issues with my hair since I gave birth to the boys. Of course, postpartum hair loss, and with locks, it is a new experience because, you know, when you lose hair in locks, those locks, unless they're treated and tend to, and like they reconfigure the lock, that hair doesn't come back. Like, it's not like when you lose your hair and that hair comes back eventually. Like, those locks are altered. I said all that to say, yesterday we went to Burger King, and this lady asked me if this was my real hair. And I said yes, and she said she loved my locks. Actually, she said dreads, but you guys, let's use the word locks. She said she loved my locks. And I told Jason this morning, nobody ever in my life has asked me if my hair was my real hair, unless it wasn't my real hair. I've been a bald-headed scallywag my whole life. Not my whole life. The majority of my life, since I've been doing my own hair. That was really a confidence booster. Alright, y'all, so I'm getting started on this recipe. Spoiler alert, y'all, I did not make the pie crust. I made them, but I did not record them because we were running late to go to my mother-in-law's house, so I did not want to be bothered with doing that. But I'm just showing y'all the consistency of what your butter should look like. Make sure that you guys use really cold butter, because I had left mine out a little bit, and I can definitely see that it impacted the quality of the pie crust. So make sure that y'all leave it in the fridge right till you're ready to use it. That is some buttermilk that I made with just milk and vinegar, and I'm mixing it up, getting it to a pretty decent consistency, and getting ready to roll it out. Now, I will say this later, I did not make a double batch, and I'm very glad that I did, because I did not like how they turned out. I think maybe I needed a little bit more flour. You see how it's sticking to the bottom? And also the dough just looks very wet. I don't know. Maybe when I try to make them again, I'll try to get a drier consistency and texture. That's just me showing Jason the butter that I saw, the flakes of butter. Just in this new journey of baking, I get so excited when I see myself doing things that I see other bakers do. And you guys, don't judge me. I do not have a cutter, so I just use a mason jar lid to cut. I only made one batch of biscuits. I'm glad I did, because I didn't do it in the order that she said, so I'm curious if it's gonna turn out the way it's supposed to. But also too, I only had 1 stick of butter, and you need a stick of butter for every recipe. So we're about to go to the store after this. So when I go to the store, I'll get some butter because I need butter for the pie crust as well. And if I decide to make cookies. So my mother-in-law loves my baking. So I'm thinking about bringing cinnamon rolls to Thanksgiving. But I also kind of just want to eat some. I only made them that one time, and that was before I started recording again. So I would love to make some because they were so good. Tasted the biscuits. I'll probably add a little bit more salt than she says, just because it's not as flavorful. Like, it just tastes a little bland. Not bland, but I want just a tiny bit more flavor in it. And then I don't know what I did that she didn't do. I can see the flakes. Like, example, there's definitely some rising and some flakiness, so it's definitely flaky. Maybe I just need to like roll them out a little smaller. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe the next time when I make the double batch, bigger. I roll them out thicker next time. So we're just waiting on the syrup to finish. Next time also, I'll start the syrup first, so it'll be done. But after that, breakfast is ready. Y'all, it is 8:30. Jason and I sat on the couch. We watched Game of Thrones. I already finished it, so it was so hard not to kind of spill some of the things for him, but I did it. I let him have it. So we went to the store too, and I got a couple things that I needed, but we ended up not getting the butter, so I can't. Hear them make another cup of coffee. I can't make the pie crust like I originally planned. I'm gonna do that later, but I am gonna go ahead and make the pizza dough, and I'm going to make, so one recipe makes one 10-inch pie crust. I think I'm gonna double the recipe, have it sitting, and then double over the recipe and make it again in a separate bowl. And I say that because I want to go ahead and get dinner on because it's already 8:30, but I also want to have some put away. So if I double the recipe and have it sit and then double it again, I'll already have dinner going and ready while I'm waiting. And then I also have to make a couple things too, but I'm not going to show that on camera. So I still have tomorrow on my kids free weekend. We have to go get the boys when we come back. Jason will have the boys, so it'll give me time to get everything done. And hopefully I can make the most out of this weekend. I still want to clean the refrigerator too, but I don't know if that's going to happen tonight, but we will see. So I love this pizza dough recipe, y'all. And when I say I love it, I probably made it 10 times since I first saw it. It is very easy to work with. I would not consider myself to be an expert baker, maker, anything, but I feel so accomplished when I make it. It makes me feel like I'm a Holly homemaker. So I truly enjoy it. It's so good. And I generally add garlic powder and basil to the dough. I also make my own pizza sauce with the recipe that accompanies this particular dough recipe, and it is really good too. So I would encourage you guys to try it out. It starts off very wet, but again, slowly incorporate those that flour in, and then you work it and get it going. Now, I said earlier, I did not know how it turned out or how it would turn out after being frozen. And even when I was making it, because I made it last night, I was concerned that it wasn't going to go well, but it turned out beautifully. Like, there's a video of it at the end, right before the end of the video. It is so beautiful, and it's so good to just have it in the freezer and not have to pull out all this flour, because this isn't hard work, but it's tedious, and it's going to take cleaning and pulling out things, and it's good to not have to do that. Already have it done, put away, and whenever you need frozen, or you need pie crust, or you need pizza dough. Why do I keep saying that? Whenever you need the pizza dough, you can pull it out. So this is the end of the video. We had a great weekend. We got a lot of things done, not everything we wanted to, but most of them. I appreciate y'all for coming on this journey and being with us every step of the way, I hope. And we'll see you next time. See ya.